welcome to my channel. Today's pick a card message. We're taking a look at timely messages from Spirit that you need to hear as we're entering into this autumn season. Funnily enough, we have this card popping out, so wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are drawn to pile 3, but please do check out piles 1 or 2 if you feel called to that. So follow your intuition here. Let's introduce the piles, starting on the left side with pile 1. Your crystal is the Stegosaurus. Your card up close is Earth Element. Okay, group 2, your crystal is the Frog. Your card is Tattoo Fairy. And group 3, your crystal is the Mushroom, and this is your card. So take as much time as you need to choose your pile or piles, and I will meet you at your reading once you have found the timestamp that will take you there. So yes, I will see you at your messages. Okay, group 1, let's dive right into your messages from Spirit. Happy autumn equinox. Let's take a look. You guys are Earth Element. Let's shuffle out an oracle card. Spirit, messages that pile 1 needs to know, please. I'm going to consider that. So we have believe. I like that. That just seemed like a little bit of like a little something there, so I'm going to kind of consider it, but also take another message. So, Spirit, message for pile 1 that they need to know right now. It's like a call to becoming grounded with the Earth Element as well in belief. This is card number 4. We have 54. That's element of stability that represents. There's a call to believe with groundedness, to find belief in groundedness. As you're approaching change, I think there is a season of shift taking place here. There is magic happening behind the scenes. A picture is being painted. I'm really seeing that in this image, like a work of art is actively being painted. These fine lines everywhere, and the finishing touches are the inescapable reality that's in front of you now, and how impossible it is at that point to not believe. That's what you're approaching in this season. There's something about the dinosaur here too. I'm going to think if that comes out more clearly for me, but I'm looking at your crystal, and there's something I want to relate it to, like almost like those dinosaurs that were herbivores and like gentle giant type energy. But let me just continue on here. Let's take a look. Surrender. Oh my gosh. Surrendering to newness. I think there really could be a message of you like changing up habits, like health maybe is what I'm getting from that. I see like the green, that's been drawing my attention to. In this time you could be feeling better, like cleansed, relieved, healthier, more energized. I'm getting all of that from surrender, like washing away everything that was holding you down, that didn't feel good, focusing on nourishing and supplying your life in a grounded way through the things you do to take care of yourself, like specifically related to health and self-care is present here in the reading so far. So let's look at this deck as well. Surrender. Surrender is really significant here because it's an energy you're not called to do unless this thing is upon you. There's a lot of steps that come before surrender. Likewise, there's an element of surrender at the beginning of a journey as well as toward the end is kind of what I'm seeing here. So yes, you surrender at the beginning to the fate and the path ahead of you. But ultimately, when you're about to achieve that outcome that you had been working hard for, I think there is another call to surrender. I think there are, yes, a few times that you were called to like a checkpoint almost in a phase, in a cycle, in a journey, and one of them is right before you receive what you have been working for. Because you're about to receive something, but there's no telling exactly how it's going to look, how it's going to show up. So your call is to surrender, knowing that it is secured, it is here. Once you can acknowledge the free-flowing nature of it now as it comes into your life, this is how you will accept it graciously, and this is how it enters your life. With ease. Definitely, like I see it passing through you, entering with ease. Surrender and this like image of channeling is huge with the light. Okay. Let's look at additional elements to this story for pile 1. What else is there to consider? So we have extremism, just came out right here. I'm wondering if that's... Let me keep shuffling this out, and then I'm going to get tarot to go ahead and clarify some of these messages, but I have a little bit of something I'm picking up on for that, but I'm just not sure, so I'm going to keep going. Anything else, any other elements to this and context that pile 1 can understand? Please, Spirit. Let's go ahead and pause and clarify messages so far. Okay. So can we clarify extremism with the context we've been provided before? 4 of Pentacles with that stability, number 4 showing up again, and this in numerology 31 is 4. The extremism having to do with what the situation has put you through, almost. I think there is going to be a time of such relief, and that's something I mentioned earlier, I believe, relief coming in this next cycle. Such relief is, I don't even know how else to explain this message. I see like delivery taking place here. It's like more relief than you've ever felt in life. More access to comfort, to stability than you've ever felt in life. It's extreme. Both sides of the story have been extreme for you at one point or the other. Likely extreme in the negatives, you would probably say, approaching this, and where that is heading is the extreme in another way. The message is delivered right here, and it's like she is almost like fainting or swooning. And I have the image of this surrender here as well. It's almost the same as on the extremism card. You're going to like, yes, oh my gosh, I'm getting this image now of like, wow. So you're going to like receive it, and it's going to, like, you're going to be in shock, like throwing your head back to receive it. It channels in so strongly and profoundly for you. And then it's like, you snap into like this groundedness we see with the 4 of Pentacles as well as the Earth element. They're both facing steadily forward, chin up, like ready to face what's ahead, ready to tackle it. They are prepared. They're grounded as well. Number 4. It's like this thing comes as a shock. You snap your head back like you receive it, like being possessed almost. It's almost like that image. But not really, of course. You know what I mean? And then you like, you feel so exhilarated, so joyful, and not to say that that won't carry through the journey, but the profound way that this impacts you when you receive it, when it hits you, when it downloads, when it channels through you, when you look back and you decide that I have crossed that bridge officially, I have passed that threshold officially. Once that sheer thrill, exhilarating excitement, the extremism of how impactful it is when it comes to you. We're going to get more information about what it will be here soon, but it's huge. It's huge to deal with. It's a lot of energy surging through you, and then you're able to snap into it, into groundedness here with Four of Pentacles. And we see that she is prepared, she has been prepared, and going forward, things will be smooth, they will be as they should. Her perspective is heightened, your awareness is heightened as well. I feel like there's a whole thing about heightened awareness, heightened connection here, because what I was getting at with the herbivore dinosaurs, it's this idea of like plants and things to like a cellular level, and almost like a vegetarian or a vegan consuming plants. And I don't even know where this message is fully going, but I hope for some of you it's making something happen to your feelings right now. But yeah, like the groundedness coming from consumption of the right information, consumption of the right experiences on your path being delivered. More information these days, you are well equipped, better equipped from a spiritual and higher wisdom perspective. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else here to clarify with the first messages before we continue on getting to know what exactly this exciting thing is for pile 1? Because I am pretty excited myself. Okay, so pile 1, additional clarification. 3 of Cups, beautiful, beautiful energy. Queen of Cups, guys, gorgeous, as well as the Devil. So these two together, it seems like, 3 of Cups, and this is all to clarify what has been received so far with the messages. So let's think about this. Some water. Well, relationships are big. There's an element of peace and contentment that comes from great relationships in this time. I think the spiral here is significant. At least it's been seemingly significant to me in the past few days for the collective. So this spiral on her, the tattoo there, if it will focus, and there's 3 spirals, 3 of them. That could be a significant angel number for you at this time that you have been seeing a lot. The number 3, not the 3 of Cups, angel number. Yeah, so 33, Queen of Cups. I think you know how awesome you are. Like, I think you know how gifted and like chosen you are. I really think you know that. And I think it's hard. I think it goes beyond saying like imposter syndrome to say that you are connected, that your feelings toward it are that you are an imposter in that way. I think it goes beyond that. I think it's something you can't quite contextualize, how it makes you feel to exist in this lifetime, receiving the guidance and messages that you do, receiving the gifts that you understand a much greater significance to just about everything that comes into your life. All of it is so profound for you. It's hard for you to contextualize all of it. It's hard for you to, it's almost like needing to channel that into artistic work. It's why we get creative. It's why we do art, because things are big. They feel big. It's hard to explain. You could be writing creatively, making art, music, to channel these feelings. Yes. What else is there here for the collective? There's a message as well with the using art to channel, like it's a way for you to process your emotions, to feel better, to contextualize it even for yourself. But for some of you, there's a message of your work is contextualizing things for other people as well. It's translation is what I'm trying to get at. It translates what you feel into something that they feel similarly, but it's just a world where we can feel connected as much as we can, but there are things that we experience individually only on our own, and that's actually a beautiful thing. Believe that's beautiful. And of course, only talking about profound, beautiful, empowering things that have happened to you, of course not accepting really harmful situations into your life. Okay, so let's continue on here with the messages. Let's look at what is this coming for the collective, and then can we get information about how and when it will come in and guidance for getting there as well. So let's take a look. We have a lot more information to get into for you guys. I'm excited. So what is this coming for pile 1? What is it going to be? Please, Spirit, here. I'm seeing this one. So we've got Ace of Swords, love it. Ace of Cups, wow. The synchronicities in readings for myself as well as for the collective that I have done as well as received from other readers, the synchronicities in cards that have been coming out lately has been crazy to me. Ace of Swords with Ace of Wands together was significant recently. I think it's interesting how we have Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups now. Queen of Cups as well. Three of Cups, a lot of emotional fulfillment coming in. Emotional energy, Tower. Well, it's definitely something new, a fresh start, and I think the fresh start begins with a shift in energy, of course, but I think that's really significant. I think that you get to a point where you're able to appreciate, to really anticipate and get excited about what's next without even realizing. I don't think you are realizing the power you are using right now with how effortless it has been for you to be feeling this energy shift and to be getting excited about it. I don't think you realize that that is effortless gratitude work, effortless attraction. We all know that. We all know. We hear it all the time. You're supposed to get in the mindset of what you want. And we can do that the best we can, but this is effortless, pure, channeled energy toward that. It's huge with the channeling that's coming in this message. Yeah, so think about that. I mean, consider if you have noticed any changes with your manifestations coming through to you in this time frame that you have noticed yourself feeling better. Think about, has there been anything to kind of get going for me yet? And I think the answer is definitely going to be yes. Yeah, so with the Tower and with 2 Ace cards, it is spiritual awakening, it is heart space opening, it is really beautiful, really profound once again, and something you are excited about. And I think you are effortlessly supercharging this toward you. You are so in tuned, you're so attuned to this happening to you as well. It's crazy. You are so, like, the mind is huge. You are attuned to this more than anything, more than any change previously in your life. Okay, what else can we know about how, can we know, is there any kind of like event that follows this awakening, this shift? Is there any manifestation we can expect from it? Or maybe that's a message for a little later for you guys to check back in on, but we've got the Hermit. Okay. I'm going to take these. So we've got King of Cups now and the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. So there we go. 3 Ace cards. King and Queen of Cups. The Hermit. I think what I said was, I said it for a reason when I said that maybe we need to wait to see what this manifestation is going to be. But let's continue, because what I'm getting from these is, again, about a spotlight on you, on your inner world and emotions, and you are getting a manifestation. We see that here. You're getting the ability, you're getting ability, you're getting capability, and all of that is only defying what you have felt. You have felt limited, you have felt blocked. And so, yes, you are getting something, you are getting relief. A relief is coming up again. That's huge. You are definitely getting something big here. I don't care that this message isn't telling me you're going to get that dream job. That's could very well be happening for you. Maybe that was your confirmation, but this message is telling me that, oh my gosh, like this clean slate for you is just so inviting, such a great opportunity. I just hope, if you feel this at all, if you know what I'm trying to describe, let me know. But yeah, this is like all just like kudos to you guys, because I could get into what this journey must have entailed to reach this point, but yeah, I think we'll acknowledge that for sure. So final, can we get guidance here for group 1? Guidance, what should they be doing now, Spirit, to approach this? So 5 of Wands. Anything else here for the collective, Spirit? Guidance, how should they be approaching this? What are they doing? Wow, 4 of Cups as well. So let's take a look. Yeah, we had here 5 of Wands. We've got Page of Pentacles. We've got the Sun. We've got the 4 of Cups. I love that the 4 of Cups came out with this part of the message where I said, like, your what's coming for you is not necessarily revealed yet, beyond how it's going to impact you deeply, profoundly as an individual in your own growth and spiritual evolution. The 4 of Cups is here to say, like, well, that's boring, that's disappointing, I want more than that, I want what's mine. You're gonna get that too. Like, yeah, I just think that's an acknowledgement as well of appreciate. Or almost, it's almost as if confirming, if this is guidance here, it's almost confirming that we said how you are effortlessly, almost unconsciously, really attracting this to you now, because it's effortless, because you're able to match your energy to it without having to think about it, without having to try, because you were getting so attuned to it at this point. You're so close to it. Remember, a call to surrender, that thing is right around the corner if you have to do that. But oh gosh, so yeah, it's like she's almost apathetic and isn't appreciative. This is almost a card of not being grateful, of not appreciating what you do have. And so your guidance is to continue just living, continue living, enjoying with your newly found relief, happiness, contentment that you're approaching, and which will amplify itself by even more as this fully forms. Keep that energy taken care of by taking care of yourself. But there's no message here of like, you need to be more grateful, you need to whatever. Yeah, you kind of got that on lock. Like you're doing great with that aspect. But otherwise, for guidance, I mean, it's like a need to show up consistently every day. Definitely with the page showing up too. It's like consistency in steps that you take. I'm getting something else here from the 5 of Wands though. It's kind of like it's kind of like going on autopilot, like here with the Four of Cups. It's kind of like not caring is your guidance, which I know like contradicts what I just said about you've been doing such a good job emitting such grateful energy through your happiness, but I don't know how to better give you clear guidance on this. What I said holds true for sure previously, but there's also something like, yeah, you just like don't really have to care as much anymore. Like if you feel like there were extra things you had to do to stand out, not caring seems like negative, but it's what frees you. It's what is feeding into that uplifted energy that's bringing forth that effortless gratitude. It's like not being embarrassed by what you do, doing things just for you, doing it your way, not needing to be perfect and precise with, yeah. It's almost like it doesn't quite matter as much right now what's been going on, because what you will attune to once the big impact of it all comes in for you is going to cause your efforts to look a little bit different, to be charged with a little bit of a different energy, and it will just make up for any lack of that energy previously. It will make up for that going forward like tenfold. So it's not that you should wait for this change to keep doing what you're doing, but it's just that, yes, it might very well just be way differently charged and a different vibe you kind of bring when the big impact of all of this comes in for your life. But the sun, your guidance, and that kind of ties in with what I've said, your joy every day, your effortless gratitude, the sun is representing that as well. Yeah, so that really looks like your guidance. Let me think if there's anything else we should cover for you guys. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. This was a little bit of a longer message. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and pull out your final guidance as we step into this. Final message here, Spirit, for pile 1, and we're going to read from the guidebook as well, so let's get a message here, please. Final message for group 1 to move forward with this. Seeing this one. So, you know what? Here we go. We've got the turtle and coriander with satisfaction. Oh my gosh, I saw something yesterday and it was like, the question was, have you ever gotten everything you ever wanted? And like the pre-response was like, no, of course not. And then it was crossed out and it just said yes. And that's big confirmation, really. Like, that is significant to what I'm seeing here with satisfaction. It's like, that's it. You're going to be very, very satisfied with what you get. And because first and foremost comes you and the changes within you. And we're going to have to wait to get into what's beyond that, because that's very, very huge. Something that needs to be attended to, experienced, enjoyed, very much so. I don't know, I'm really excited for that. Yeah, and what's beyond, there's definitely going to be plenty beyond, so do not limit yourself just to what came through in this message. Okay, so your satisfaction card, the turtle and coriander, calls us to be satisfied with what we have been given or what we have achieved. It invites a moment of rest and reflection, perhaps due to Aesop's fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, Turtles are symbols of patience and good health. Health was significant as well, good health. In this folktale, the slow but determined tortoise wins its race against the speedy but distracted rabbit. The turtle triumphs by pacing himself, illustrating the adage, "Slow and steady wins the race." Similarly, in the Victorian language of flowers, coriander indicates concealed worth, reminding us that things may not always be as they appear. In other words, a dedicated tortoise who puts in the work can achieve just as much as, if not more than, the swiftest rabbit. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Avoid rushing toward your goals for the sake of winning. Arrive in your own time. Yeah. I love that it mentioned good health. What else did it mention that was significant? Just threw it away very quickly there. So good health it mentioned. The slow and steady reminded me of what I was kind of getting at or picking up from the dinosaur crystal, was like those big, like gentle giant, slow and steady moving, herbivore. Yeah. So that feels extra significant as well. And yeah, you're satisfied with what you're getting next, and you know you can achieve more than that at the pace that is appropriate for you now. Slow down and enjoy it. Your journey is supercharged now. I don't think there's really any going back, guys, so that's your message. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really excited about this message for you guys. It was wonderful. So please take some time to subscribe, like, comment on the video. All of that helps me so much with my channel. With all of that said, I will see you guys in the next reading. Hey group 2, let's go ahead and dive right into your messages from Spirit for the autumn equinox. So you are the tattoo fairy. I do want to consider this one. It was kind of sliding out on me, but messages for pile 2, please, Spirit. What they need to know right now, general messages. Okay, so let's look at these. We've got here, move forward. I like that message. I have something more to say for that in a moment. And we've got golden crown. Okay, I'm just gonna wait till I'm like sure. Okay. Yeah, well, there's a message here, move forward. It made me immediately think of relationship. Yes, it made me think of moving forward with someone that you feel very strongly about, and that this is a case where it's something you have been unable to deny at this point. It's almost like this face, is you've been seeing someone so clearly, so often. Yeah, and like, move forward with making that more of a regular place in your life. Like, this is an image of a person who's just kind of like a void right now. And then it's so clear, it's so illuminated. You are desiring the opportunity to be close to someone, to get to know their face, to remember their face, remember their voice, everything. You want to move forward to someone. That's how some of you are feeling very strongly, and I think that that is a sign that that is something you can do because your heart feels very, very strongly about it. I don't think there's another option. I think you're almost feeling like I'm done here. Like, this is, I can't come back from this. I don't know how to tame this kind of energy and feeling. Yeah, it's like that. It's very much imprinted on you. I know that maybe brings like a negative kind of connotation with it. It's more that something has really, really made an impression on you, caught your attention like none before. It doesn't specifically need to be a person, but I feel like it is for a lot of you. Yeah, there was a message of hope. I will say that I had to consider here on the bottom of the deck. I'm pulling from this at the end as well, but this was bottom of the deck. It caught my eye with the blue, and it's a butterfly here, and then your tattoo fairy has very similar blue wings as well. So blue just all made me tie it together as being romantic, thinking of a person. The person could be a fire sign with the golden crown. Yeah. Golden Crown. I wonder what else there is to that message. It's something sacred coming in for you that you have recognized. Let's clarify here with this deck. Can we get more information and context for what's come out so far as we speak to pile 2 to give them the messages they need to hear now? So I'm seeing 1 as well. I'm going to pull out. So you have protection and defense. Very interesting. Are they the same? Are they conflicting? That's my question. Protection. There's something happening now of protecting yourself and being defensive as well, to protect yourself once again. And it isn't in vain, it isn't necessarily uncalled for, it's from a place of great strength that you're showing up, knowing what you need. Yeah. Knowing what you need and standing your ground with that. We have Aries and Taurus energy. I wanted to say earlier that this could be someone born in April. I think that probably holds true, an Aries or a Taurus person. I mentioned fire signs before, so born in March or April, but 4, I was really looking at the 14 on this card here. So April, the 4th month. Yes. Yeah, defense out of not fear, but it's just kind of what you need to do at this time. If there are strong feelings involved here, it's good to know that it seems like there's a wisdom happening on your part where you are making sure to keep yourself in check. The fine balance here is to determine when it's appropriate to continue with that kind of steadfast boundaries, protection, cautious approach, and when to teeter into not more aggressive, but more bold. I think there's a realization here, a need to, it's in process that you are coming to a realization that this is something undeniable and there really is going to be no other option than acting on it at one point or another. This card. Oh, there's 2. So we have lust and innovation. Strong feelings, for sure. 111. Significant for you guys. Angel numbers 111. Showing up a lot here. So yeah, strong feelings. It feels like innovation. With this energy, what is this for the collective? I'm going to go ahead and get some tarot going to clarify. Can we please clarify the messages that have come through here for the collective? Pile 2, please, Spirit. Before we continue along, let's get the clarification. So please clarify energies of romance, of relationship. King of Swords, that blue. What else here to clarify these messages? Innovation and lust. Can we please clarify those? 8 of Swords feels like protection as well, and boundaries. And to the point where it's going to need to change at some point. You can't be protected to that level. Not that you don't have the power to be protected to that level at all times, but the situation that you're interested in is going to call for a change in openness. Knight of Wands. The Fire as well. That really is confirming to me what I've mentioned, specifics for you. But of course, it's a general reading, so if that does not resonate with you, then don't take it. But fire signs definitely feels like who this could be, just if you need that extra confirmation. And I feel so comfortable saying things like that because I feel very strongly that your feelings are very, very strong and clear. I see a mirror right here, and then we see this mirror. You're seeing things clearly, you're seeing things the way they are, you're seeing yourself the way that, for the most part, you're seeing yourself in the positive light that most people do. For the most part, you are very appreciative of yourself, and for the most part doesn't mean that you are not all the way there. It just means that we're never going to be all the way there. We're never going to be fully accepting of ourselves. That's a whole tangent, but you know what I mean. We're imperfect and we can't accept that and still be happy. But anyway, the innovation, I think there's going to be a lot of joy coming forward if you decide to approach the situation closer, to commit more of yourself to it, to open up more to it. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of opportunity for fun dynamics, for doing things together that I think you will very much appreciate and enjoy when they arrive. You will very much enjoy spending time with this opportunity, with this person. Because the innovation, can I clarify? There's something else I'm kind of getting here for innovation. Like strategy in securing the outcome you want. Strategy, is that the message? Can we clarify, Spirit? That message for innovation and lust. King of Pentacles. I feel like there's a need to like just be very secure in yourself in this time as well. With the whole like boundaries and defense, I think you have like a watchful eye. You're making sure that you've read the room right, that you've read your cards right. Like, you're just in a space where you're kind of like a mindful eye and sitting powerful in what you already have. There's no need to jump to defend yourself. There's no need to display all there is about you right now. You're kind of taking things mindfully, almost just cautiously, carefully, making sure that each move is backed up, supported by your feelings, mutual feelings, and just having the overall kind of like patience to know like I am not trying to impress, I'm not trying to, so there's not a need to like put everything on display all at once. The pressure is kind of relieved from that because I think what you do bring to the table is very attractive in itself. Okay, we have the Lust card coming out. Yep. Okay. Can we clarify the difference between protection and defense? Is there a difference, or what we've already gotten at? Nine of Swords. Yeah, definitely about like some boundaries that are up, but at the point that becomes harmful, that you feel like you're limiting yourself from the things that are moving quite obviously to you and that you feel very obviously drawn to as well, to that point we need to check in with the changing energies, attune to the changing energies, and make sure your heart is opening to the calls it may receive to do so. Yeah, no pressure to like be vulnerable if you don't want to, no pressure to share if you don't want to, but if you do, your call is to respond to any call that's made with curiosity, with good intention, to know about you, to learn about you. Challenge to step up to that, because that's how you move very quickly into the arms of this person. I want to say that's how you two come together so quickly. The Chariot, it's kind of undeniable. I think there's a patience coming through from both ends. I think there's overall like no pressure to timeline as well. The Chariot, it just feels like kind of in effect, initiated, like realized by both, but yeah. Okay. What else should the collective know? I think we need to move on and get some guidance, and then we'll see if there's anything else we should get into with your messages to discover about the situation. So pile 2 here, please, Spirit. Can we receive the best guidance? We can have the most clarity possible about what they should continue doing. Any confirmations for the feelings they are having right now, please. Can we get all of those messages? The Fool. Beautiful. Yeah. Surrender. Surrender was a message in pile 1, and that just makes me feel that same kind of strong energy. But this is... I really felt strongly, like I really strongly wanted to do this reading today. Like I wanted to really, really bring these messages to you guys. Yeah, so all this newness, all of this feeling of things really changing for the better, like hope. Remember our hope message. 6 of Wands, holding out hope for that successful outcome. I think your successful outcome is confirmed here. I think it's, yeah, the Sun. Yep. Very, very happy for you guys. Like, this is awesome. Knight of Cups. Okay. Can we please clarify? Can we get more information about this Knight of Cups, please? 4 of Wands. Okay. Okay. Guys, the 4 of Wands. Marriage. Change for the better together. 9 of Wands. And this was information about your person. Once again, fire energy. I think that there's... So we had protection, we had defense. There was something of a message earlier with... I think that message could be the reciprocal nature there is, to which this is a person who protects you very well as you protect them very well, as both of you as individuals protect yourselves very well. Both of you are able to practice your own boundaries and respect one another's boundaries as well. And it's even like attractive that is what you're both able to do. You both think it's attractive and admire it about one another. Your Knight of Cups is bringing that energy exactly as she is standing, like very pretty darn confident, pretty badass, protected. And the 4 of Wands, just you think of a celebration, you think of marriage together, achievements as well. So looks like a good commitment here with this person, if that's what you want as well. And I see 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so really strong friendship and just beautiful relationship in general with this person as well. Yes. We didn't really get any guidance, did we? So, please, Spirit, what should pile 2 do with these messages going forward? 7 of Cups. I feel like your messages are almost exhausted. So we've got the World card over here, as well as 7 of Cups. All this says to me is like, the world is about to open up for you. There's about to be many, many opportunities for you to take advantage of. The 6 of Wands is representative of those achievements and moments of success, as well as 4 of Wands, securing things and knowing that there's always going to be a next coming forward for you. Yeah, the World and the Seven of Cups. You've got lots of options, a lot coming in for you. Your next world, I want to say, because it's going to feel quite different in the most beautiful, profound way for you guys. Yeah, the Fool stepping into a new world, new dimension, and how she's elevated now after that leap of faith. So final message here for group 2, and we're going to read from the guidebook. So Spirit, please, can you get the final message group 2 should know for this reading, please? So we've got here devotion. That is just beautiful, beautiful message for basically a connection reading. So what is that, card 5? Okay, the sheep and blackberry devotion. The sheep and blackberry calls us to focus on our commitments, whether they're to a partner, a job, a creative practice, or a spiritual tradition. Sheep are innocent and vulnerable and must be watched over and guided. Blackberries are symbols of protection, with their large rambling thorns. Their abundant fruit also symbolizes prosperity. Combining the energies of the two gives us a direction. Honor our promises, allowing them to fruit and flourish. In what people or practices do you find wisdom and stability? Remember to take care of those sources of guidance and protection. Yeah, and this question here for you is, how can I better care for my relationships, spiritual practices, or work? There's a lot about protection that was mentioned in your reading, as well as, of course, here. Relationships, partners were mentioned specifically, abundance with prosperity, and definitely I like how it says, how can I better care for my relationships? Because here we got the message that both are very good at protecting one another. How can you care best for that person? How can you protect them best? Read their mind, anticipate what they need, do those things for them out of compassion and love for them. That's what's coming for you. That is the message Spirit wanted you to hear today. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a very beautiful, awesome message. I'm so excited for you guys. Please take the time to subscribe, like, and comment. All of those things help my channel very much. With all that said, I will see you guys in your next reading. Hey group 3, so let's dive right into your messages. You guys are autumn for the autumn equinox, so let's pull from your first oracle deck. Messages here from Spirit for pile 3, please. Let's consider both of these. I'm gonna just shuffle out the remainder of the deck. Okay, I'm gonna, new chapter, beautiful. We're gonna consider that to the side, but that's an overall theme of your message, new chapter. Okay, I've gotta stop shuffling this deck. Change of seasons, worlds within worlds, beautiful. I'm sure I'm gonna have a little bit more to say about those as we continue with the message. I'm just going to pop them right up there and let's look at these. We've got emotions as well as integrity. Okay. Yeah. This already feels like pretty... I just got a little like wave of kind of chills and like emotions coming through. I don't know if I quite have the message already, but if this is like a very profound kind of impactful time in your life, if you feel that intuitively, if you felt very strongly that something is stirring up here, this message is definitely for you, because something is stirring up for me and I need to continue with the messages to become clear on that. It's really strong, it's really powerful, and this image is really standing out to me. Very powerful. It's a real commitment to self. It is leading by example, like detachment from self, having to do with... I'm just gonna keep getting more cards, but we've got a few ideas coming through. So Spirit, please, can we clarify some of the energies involved with this, please? So we've got caution. Okay, is there anything else here for this message for pile 3? Ostentation. It's making sense, but in a way that I have yet to kind of want to take off speaking with, or at least that I can do that. So we have riches as well. Let's dig in with tarot to lighting. Okay, so can we please clarify these messages so far for pile 3? It just is very like deep. Okay, let's see here. Spirit, pile 3, we need to clarify these messages. Interesting. That kind of shuffling action was very interesting, how I felt it. Okay, like meshing together, the world. Worlds within worlds, and the world card. Meshing together of worlds. I love that. I love that. Okay. Queen of Pentacles as well. We had 10, made me think of 10 of Pentacles with riches. So a strong message here for success and abundance and prosperity. Strong message for entering into a new dimension, a new world. Worlds within worlds. There's something about like endless possibilities for discovery and excitement in this new chapter, whether it is probing into the depths of the person you love and all that they entail, and or whether it is really probing into the worlds within your interests and what you study, philosophy, and discovering communities, discovering niche communities, subgroups with history, like uncovering secrets. It's a whole thing here. Discovery, being a historian. For some of you, that is resonating strongly. Culture is huge. Discovering new culture in this new chapter, leading by example in culture. And I say new as in studying. Yeah, I'm going to leave that message where it's at. It was just fine. My thing with it was, yeah, new cultures as in discovering you belong somewhere in general. Discovering you belong somewhere and leading by example in that space. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here. Can we clarify with caution and ostentation? Is that just kind of like growing pains is my intuition with change? And that is intense, impactful, spiritual change, the wheel. Knight of Swords. Queen of Cups. I feel like these cards are kind of, I think it's like what you are called to do here is to go deep, to dive into the depths, to dive into the abyss is what I heard. The Queen of Cups makes me think of that even more strongly, diving straight into the abyss. The Knight of Swords is doing so quite quickly. And the Wheel card, yeah, your message is a little bit more interpretive or metaphorical, I guess, of this situation. It's deeply profound, deeply spiritual as well. Yeah, let's continue. Let's keep getting more messages. I think we need them here. Yeah, growing pains with this change. It's just a lot of fortune, luck, blessings being channeled to you. It is a lot of energy to adjust to invite into life. These are worlds within worlds that you are invited to. Your life has been blessed, and you're about to discover exactly how, why, and what that means. You're about to experience it. What is pile 3 going to experience here in this new chapter as worlds within worlds is significant? What else here can we clarify? Pile 3. Okay, let's take a look here. 2 of Pentacles. There's an element of balance being brought into this. There is enjoyment of routines. There is elevated routines, uplifted. Normal routine and consistency feels different. There's an added element to all of it. There's an added excitement, an added sense of belonging in the spaces you are as well, like an added passion, personal joy. I think that's been a long time coming for some of you. It's been a long time coming to feel like you can really appreciate what's in front of you for what it is. And I see you looking back and realizing that that ability has finally entered into life and some weight has been lifted off your shoulders. I think it's almost funny because whenever I mentioned in this reading that this autumn card, I was like, I think I can bet a lot of you are going to choose that as this is an autumn equinox reading, and crazy that we had the autumn card come out. And then I got to thinking that if a lot of people go to this message, it's going to be very much so a general message, like they always are, but very much so a general message. And that's kind of the vibes I'm getting from the information I've had access to so far. It's like this is as more general than usual. I don't know how else to say that, but so apply these things to your situation. Know that things resonate more strongly with you than they do for others. Even though you may be receiving the same messages, know that these messages are still unique to you. I think about sometimes, this is just a little bit of a tangent, but when I'm watching readings myself, I do consider the general collective reading aspect of them, and of course I'm going to take the things that are resonating and be attuned to that and be able to leave the things that don't. But there are times where I think, I just wonder how it plays out for other people to experience the same reading I do. And I know there are times where I may tune out and not quite pay attention to a sentence or miss it. Sometimes I wonder that happened just because that part wasn't for me and my mind went elsewhere because that message was meant to float right past me. I don't know if that holds another significance, kind of sharing that here just now for your situation as well, but yep. Okay, can we get guidance going forward, I think, for the collective? That's the biggest thing we need. The Hanged Man, Page of Wands. There was a message, I wanted to refer you guys to pile 1 just now as well. There was a message there about like health improving, eating green, eating healthy, and I'm seeing so much green here. So with your guidance, it does make me think of paying attention to health, like really putting a lot of value into that these days, in treating your body like a sacred space. That's a message. Can we clarify Page of Wands with the guidance here? Anything else? Okay, so we've got Queen of Wands. Love to see that. I think you know what you want, and your message is definitely to keep going with that because we see a journey for you. Strength card as well, confirming that. Keep going with what you feel strongly about, with what you have been committed to lately, because Queen of Wands carries that type of energy. We see that the Page of Wands could perhaps be you currently, and you are definitely approaching a bigger outcome than you could imagine with this. You are about to command more attention than you could have imagined with this as well. The Strength card shows what it took to get to this place. I'm just going to pause for my cat here. Well, not pause, but okay. He was just destroying my decoration. Yeah. It's distracted as well. I think your guidance is to tune in distraction, to tune in your focus. Yep, that is being confirmed for me in other ways as well now. So change your focus, attune your focus as well. It's a lot going on. It is hard to command that energy. We see that you are commanding energy as best as you can. You're harnessing growing energy, and energy that is growing in intensity. You are harnessing it here, but there's much more close contact that you can come into with this outcome, with this energy. You will become even more in command of it, in control, Two of Pentacles, than you could imagine, than you've ever felt you've had control over something in your life. Your mind is sharply focused. Your call is to not sharpen your focus overnight, but be mindful of that as you're going forward. Be mindful of keeping yourself kind of in check and just balanced, taking care of yourself with health. We mentioned eating the things that make you happy as well as the things that make you feel good. Five of Pentacles, that's definitely a call here to clean up and attune to your life first before you expect change. Not that there's anything you need to do to really have this change. I think this is how you best receive it. This is how you best fall into it with the Fool. Pile 2 had the World and the Fool come out as well. There's a lot of general energy across these messages. There's a lot of big stuff happening. I really wanted to do this reading today because, yeah, there is a lot happening and you guys needed an update. So I'm glad you're here. Can we get further messages of guidance here? Is there anything else? Let's know about, now that we've gotten a little bit more clarity on what's going on here, can we get better message of outcome? High Priestess. Okay, she says no. That's funny. Five of Cups as well. Yeah, we gotta focus. We have to draw our attention to those daily habits that will facilitate our ability to receive big things. It's the small things to the bigger scale things. It's keeping things tidy for sure. I see that message in Five of Pentacles. Keeping your energy focused, concealed almost in some ways. Being mindful of who your energy is serving and why. And if the why behind it is interesting or weird, then withdraw that energy that you pour into other people. Yeah, withdrawing energy is part of the message here. Yeah, I recently withdrew my energy from something that I withdrew my energy from something and it feels pretty good. It really does. And it was something I didn't think I didn't feel strongly enough to do it until I did. And so sometimes it's just waiting for the call to do that. Yeah. Message of also taking things as they are, kind of taking things also a little bit beyond the surface level meaning of them. Consider the context behind which someone would approach you in that way, someone would say that thing to you. Consider the context behind it from their perspective, but consider the grand scheme of things, context behind it as well. Like, I think I'm gonna blank on an example, but I do want to say, like, just to always be clear, like, never telling you to consider the bright side of a genuinely, like, very harmful situation. Okay, so let's see. I think that's your message. I just saw 17:33 on the timer. Let's pull out this final oracle card, and we're going to read from the guidebook as well here for pile 3. Please, Spirit, can we get one message? Read from the guidebook as well. Okay. So I feel bottom of the deck right now, and we've got the opossum and peony with bashfulness. I'm gonna grab that guidebook. So that is card 28. Okay, so we have, to play possum is to remain quiet and still when faced with danger. The expression comes from the opossum's unique reaction to fear. It keels over and pretends it to be dead. This is an instinctual response and an effective one. Spotting what appears to be a dead opossum, predators will often lose interest. Similarly, the beautiful peony flower is associated with bashfulness. According to Greek mythology, nymphs who wish to hide from mortal eyes would disguise themselves as peonies. You may wish to hide away from the world while periods of solitude are necessary and healthful. Be sure your retreat isn't driven by fear. How do I respond to fear? Instinctually or otherwise? It's kind of like watching your words, being mindful. Again, we said something about, like, withdrawing energy from people who don't deserve it, like being mindful of that, remaining quiet, remaining contained when called to. And then health was significant here. What else was there? I think I'm losing that train of thought, but there is one more thing. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that is your message. I hope it was clear as can be for you. I really did my best with what was coming through. Yeah, feel free to check out piles 1 and 2 as well. Beautiful messages there, but make sure to subscribe to the channel, like, comment before you go. I appreciate if you do all of those things. With all of that said, I will see you guys in your next reading.